Hey guys, it's Benj here. Today I want to welcome you to another episode of YouTube Pro Cycling, just the day after the last one. Giro d'Italia Part 2. Again, we're going to be doing 7 stages, so we'll do from stage 8 till 14. Yes, I can count, apparently. Marv did well for me. Now, today's stage will be important though. The second week will first of all show whether Micah becomes back in form due to his illness at the moment. Let's hope he gets rid of that in the next few days, and preferably before the mountains start, because otherwise we might have some troubles. When it comes to our top 5, it's looking good at the moment, but we genuinely have not started the GC important stages, so we cannot run forward from this yet. Although that some really important riders have lost some time, like Simon Yates, and I think also Adam Yates and Lopez as well. So pretty good start so far, 2 stage wins. Let's try and make sure we get, I want to get 4 in this Giro, so we're already halfway. So 4 stage wins and a top 5 in GC. That's my personal goal. If we can get more, that's amazing. We're going to be starting off with this stage, pretty important one in the sense that I think we can do something here stage-wise. Not sure if GC is going to change after this one, but again, if Hausler's in form, he can really do well here. Same for Gibbons or something, and Micah, of course, if he becomes semi-decent in form in the stage, we could try and attack on top at the end, but it will all depend on the stage itself. When it comes to the breakaway, I'm not sure I'll go in it. There are 3 KOM points, but they're somewhat towards the end of the stage, so I'm not sure it's worth it. These stages in the Giro are always that long, with 240 kilometers on the menu today, so that's honestly insane to get into the breakaway for that long. On the 9th stage, we've got a time trial, and it's a pretty difficult one, but it is better for us as Micah, considering the parkour, as it pretty much goes uphill from halfway. It is not an easy one to ride, so I'll have to figure out how to really perform well with my riders. The first few riders will be indicative of the way that I need to ride with Micah on this mountain. Actually a hill, it's San Marino, but still, we gotta find a way to make this perfect for Micah. Just like the first prologue, that was really good in my honest opinion, so if we can top 15 this one, I will be very happy. But I do think if we top 15 that we still lose like 2 minutes, still the fast guys, so we gotta make sure that gap is as low as possible. The day after is a flat stage from Ravenna to Modena. The thing about all of this is that I'm happy that the real mountain stages come later on, because I hope that by the 11th stage Micah will be back in his normal form outside of his illness. He must have thrown that virus out of the window or something. The angina, it's not a virus, but you know what I mean. And the day after, it's also kind of a flat stage. Bit of an uphill line there in the end, false flat finish, but it should not be a problem for a rider like Micah. But obviously for the stage win, it's going to be a sprint, most likely, which leads us to David Decker or Gibbons. Finally, a mountain on stage 12. I'm saying finally, but in the end, I'm happy that it's only the 12th one, because if we had it earlier, then it probably would not work with Micah's form. It is a pretty big climb, but it most likely won't influence the race too much, I think. Maybe reduce the bunch by a lot, but in the end, if we can get over this one with Gibbons, Hauser, or anyone that can semi-decent sprint, then we might be able to do well, although there's a little bit of a San Maurizio peak there of 19% in the last few kilometers, so interesting finish, looking forward to this one, and I guess we'll find out how well we can do on this one in this episode. The day after is a big mountain stage from Pinerolo to Cerisole Reale. That is one big one. I think this is a stage where Carapaz took a lot of time on the others and pretty much set the fundamentals of his Giro victory. We just need to make sure that Micah's informed by this stage and perform as good as we can. We're going to be trying to focus on reducing the energy spendage on these kind of mountain stages, because on paper we are not the best climbers, so we are most likely not going to win mountain stages. But if we can keep that top 5, that would be excellent. And the last stage of the episode is this one, Saint-Vincent to Courmayeur. What a stage. I think this is a stage that Carapaz won his Giro pretty much. So 2 days after each other, and we've got the Colle San Carlo in it, so that does show magic for sure. The finish, not the steepest of climbs, Courmayeur, but after that kind of climb like Colle San Carlo, is going to be a majestic finish either way. Anyway, that's going to be all of it for this episode. The other few stages, which are these ones, are all going to be in the next one. But for now, let's have the action with this fast, semi-decent hill stage. So that's this one to Pizarro. I honestly think that the final of the race will be decided on the hills itself. I don't think this earlier part will do much. I don't know if I'm going to go in the breakaway really. I'm not sure if that's going to be a goal of ours. We need to focus on the top 5 and the stage wins, in my personal opinion. I might try and get some in the last week in the mountain stages with Camargo, but my main focus lies with Micah, so for now I'm mostly not going to go in the breakaway. Oh my goodness, Decker has +5 on the day. That brings him to 71 hill. Unfortunately, it's not a flat stage, because if it would have been a flat stage, I'd go for him 100%, but today it's going to depend on the hills itself. I don't think he's the ideal suitable candidate for this. Hausler is looking decent, but Gibbons is just off the charts. We've got a 77 acceleration, 76 sprint, and 73 hill there, while the others don't come close to that. Obviously, Micah's still not very happy with that -1 due to his illness. There's honestly such terrible weather on the road, and it's caused a lot of crashes to after the stage. First thing I'm going to do is check whether we have some withdrawals, because I'm pretty sure some riders are out. I saw Higuita crash, Lawrence Nassen, and so forth. Now, we are starting to climb this Monte Luro climb. Not the hardest, but it is nearing the finish line. We've got 37k to go, so I'm staying relatively near the front with everybody as long as possible. Micah needs to be a bit more to the front to my liking though. But it's looking good for the team, to be fair. Even Decker is looking fine, so depending on the next climb, that last 4th climb, I think that one's going to decide whether we can survive with a rider like Decker or not. We are surviving this 4th climb really well, and I honestly think that the break might win, which is not good. So I'm going ham with Hausler at the moment to try and make sure we can still save this one. Front guys are still 2 minutes ahead with only 22 kilometers to go, so 99 is necessary at this point on these uphill sections, but it might cost us Decker when it comes to these sprints. So Gibbons currently looks like he's going to be the better rider for this, hence I might just switch towards Decker for the work here pretty soon. Let's try and switch around the train after this hill here. There we go, 1 minute 30, let's go to 85, and let's push this guy through, and let's try and switch this around. There we go. Decker now going ham. These guys are resting a bit in that downhill section, but it's not going amazing on our side really. 17 kilometers, 1 minute 18. I'm going to need to find like free yellow bar somewhere, I don't know how, to try and catch them, because the break seems to be on the winning side today, and I don't want to kill Micah either, so I'm afraid the break might win. We've got a good 2 kilometers of climbing, I think, so gotta make sure I can survive that. Quick step now pacing as well. Gotta make sure this breakaway gets caught, but I don't like Micah's energy. I do not like his energy. His yellow is way too low. I might have fucked it. Come on, Micah. Energy gel, man. Almost at the downhill section. Micah will not survive. Will he? Oh my god. Come on, Micah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. He will survive. He will survive. He will survive. I think he survived. Good. Good, 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 good. Gonna follow Bennett there. Then I'll try and still take the stage with Gibbons, but it's gonna be really difficult considering it's plainly going downhill till the finish line. I'm going 99 right now. And it looks like I can not start sprinting yet. There we go. I'm gonna try and follow Gilbert here. Let's try and sprint. We're going to come short for the stage, I think. Yes, we are. The stage is for the breakaway. Arndt wins ahead of Vermeers and Restrepo. We finish in the peloton, or the elite group at least, with Micah. So that's a success. Gibbons fights for 8th, so bit of a disappointing stage in my eyes. I feel like we should have controlled the peloton better throughout the stage. If we did that, we might have had a chance. As mentioned at the start of the stage, first thing I'm going to do is take a look at the guys that abandoned. We've got Lawrence Nassen on this stage. We had Higuita crash in one of the earlier stages, also out. Bole as well, and Armirel. So 4 abandons already, and Higuita's a pretty big one to be fair. He was a top 10 potential favorite. No, Hausler's fitness peak is gone, but we've got a replacement. Gibbons is now in a fitness peak, so a little bit of an exchange there. Nonetheless, we are still ill with my man Micah, so that's not fun. And we obviously need his form on this one, because this one is a pretty important stage in this Giro. The time trial from Riccione to San Marino, and that last section there in San Marino is 13 kilometers of climbing. Not the steepest, but this stage does get won by climbers very often in Pro Cycling Manager, so we just gotta focus on that again. Like the prologue, let's try and do decent at the first flat section, but we can lose time there as long as we make it up on the climbing section. So let's try that. Let's find a strategy with our first riders and then apply it on Micah. Beautiful weather by the beach here, lovely. Someone on the yacht there, but the most important part in San Marino today is the time trial. Quarterman on the road, we've got Venchiaruti again as one of the first riders, so apparently he's second last in GC as well. He was already the first one to really start on the first prologue. But as always, I'm going to try and focus on the most important riders, and Micah, of course. Our first rider is off, but I did want to show something. Some riders are already on the climbing section near the end here, and look at it. It's quite a bit steeper than I remember, to be fair. So this climbing section is going to be way more important than the flat section beforehand. Way more important. There we go. Our captain is on the road as well, and the other favorites are on the road as well. So -1 on the day, which means that our stats aren't terribly penalized, but it's just not that great. In the end, I just don't expect too much today. I hope I can prevent losing more than 2 minutes, but it's going to be a difficult task. On this first section, again, I'm going to go 70, going to up it a little bit on the climbing section to 72, 73, and see if that works out. First time check is coming up. Let's take a look what he does there. And we are 95th on 1 minute and 9 seconds. It's not too terrible in the sense that I think we're going to lose 2 minutes 30 or something on the second time check, which means we can come back on the uphill section. And then I'm looking for a top 20 potentially in the TT, but it ain't going to be easy. Uran with the best time, so holy crap, man's a competitor, that's for sure. Oh god, that's Uran. Hello Uran. Please don't ride away too far. I'll catch you on the uphill. Or at least I'll try. Second intermediate is coming up in a few kilometers. I can say that Dumoulin smashed the time of everybody at the first time check with 10 seconds, which means that, yeah, we're not looking too bright. We are not looking too bright. Second time check, let's see if we lose that 2 minutes and a half. 2 minutes 42, a bit more than I hoped for, but the climbing section is starting, so I'm gonna start going 72, and hopefully we can come back towards Uran and potentially pass him again. It does not look like we will. Uran is just taking minutes on us, I think, today. Really insane. We're going into the last kilometer and a half, and I've got some yellow left, but just enough to finish. And Bernal's gonna take time on us, Dumoulin as well. This is not a good day, and I'm afraid that we're gonna lose that 2 minutes for sure. Let's hope it's only 2 minutes. We're gonna cross the line pretty soon. Let's up it to, well, let's keep 75. And try and keep this one going till the line on 70 now. And we are dead. Bernal as well, though, it seems. Let's try and take some time on this section. And let's take a look what we do. 3 minutes 31, holy fuck. That is terrible, Micah, that's terrible. 30 only. Bernal's second on the day, and Dumoulin is gonna smash everything to bits. My goodness, we lose 4 minutes and 8 seconds to Dumoulin today. When it comes to GC, that means that we fall to 9th. On 1 minute 20 of the top 5. I think we can pass Pensteiner and such, but there are some really difficult names in there like Lopez, Yates, and Pogacar. Very dark day in our Giro, and it is not good. That's a 4 minutes plus loss on Dumoulin. I hope for a 2 minute loss. So that's bad. It's double what we hoped for. 9th place now, so we dropped out of that top 5 from that 4th spot to 9th. Dumoulin putting his fundamentals for a potential Giro win here. The next stage is nothing related to GC, so it might be a recuperation day for Micah. Hopefully he can find his form again, and hopefully he can finally get rid of this fucking illness, man. It's still ailing him. Nonetheless, flat stage, a fitness peak on Gibbons, so I expect fireworks. We've got a great form on both Decker and Gibbons again, but Gibbons has a bit more acceleration again, so Gibbons is going to be a last man. Hauser will be the third man lead out. then Rivera ahead of that, and I think that's our 4-man train here. Next to that, I'm going to try and keep Micah near the front as much as possible, hoping that he does not lose a gap or anything. I'm going to focus on trying to potentially winning the stage with Ryan Gibbons here. Brake's about to get caught, so I'm going to put Rivera on 90. Not too much because he still has to go for a good 2.5 kilometers. 3.5 actually. Oops. So let's keep him going for a bit. We're not going too fast. I'll go 99 now with him and Gel on the first 2 riders, so Hausler and Decker. I'll put Hausler on 99 already. And he is ready to start pacing at full when Rivera dies out. That's right now. 99 with Hausler. Might be a bit early, but Decker is ready for the lead out of his lifetime. And Gel on Gibbons. Might be a bit early as well. Let's start sprinting with Hausler in this corner. Let's try and see if I can get out there with Decker. Let's hope Gibbons can follow that pace. He can. Let's try and sprint with Gibbons. Gibbons versus the rest. And it's gonna be the big sprinters that take it. We are just not good enough with Gibbons. Elio Viviani wins ahead of Nizzolo, Sam Bennett, Groenewegen, and Gibbons. And there's a bit of a gap. We've got no GC guys up there, so it's no big deal at all, but just noticeable. We are in the peloton with Micah, but a bit to the back, so let's try and make sure we don't have these risky situations next time. We tried, but we weren't there in the end. We didn't have the power to beat these guys. These guys are better sprinters, and we just can't expect to beat 80 plus sprinters every day. Funny spot is that Hausler comes close to Dumoulin again when it comes to Ciclamino. We lost it on the time trial day, but it's turning around again. Honestly, perfect lead out by the team, but Gibbons couldn't really do what he was meant to do. So, yeah, the sprinters are better than us, so can't say much more about that. Another day, another opportunity. Micah's still ill, so he's got a long-ass angina, that's for sure. Carpi to Novi Ligure is a flat stage. Last spot is a bit false flat towards the line, so I feel like it's better for a rider like Ryan Gibbons than a pure flat sprinter. And he's in form, so let's hope we can repeat our sprint train the same exact way because that was perfect. The finish just has to change to first instead of fifth. We have kind of the same situation as the last stage. We've got Gibbons with a bit more acceleration, so he's going to be the sprinter today. I'm also going to be putting, again, Rivera at the front, and he's going to do that on a bit more than 65. So let's put him on like 80 at the moment. Might be a bit too much, but I'll see if it works out. Then I'll put Nibali on Micah and just keep him near the front. Hopefully a bit better than last stage because that was close. Nonetheless, very dangerous weather. It's raining everywhere, so I hope we don't crash in the middle of the sprint. Very similar situation as the last stage, to be fair. We've got a 4-man train. We've got our protection on Micah with Nibali. And one thing I do want to change is that Micah needs to be a bit more at the front than the last sprint. And I might need to add someone else to the train because I don't think Rivera's going to make it. Camargo can be added in there, so then we have a 5-man train and Rivera can just keep on rolling for now. Brake is about to get caught, 30 seconds, so I think we're good. With 7k to go, we're going to take over with Camargo. I feel like Groenewegen is going way too early. 6k to go and Laser is already pacing him as his last man. We've got other trains setting themselves up now. We're going to go 99 right now and Gel on the next 2 riders, so Hausler and Decker. And we are looking good, I think. I'm going to go with Hausler pretty soon, maybe a bit early to my liking. Slightly uphill, so we got to watch out. And Gel on Gibbons. And let's be ready for this one. I want to start my sprint with Hausler at about 2.5 to go, I think. There we go. And Decker needs to be ready as well to launch right now. Nah, this is too early. This is way too early. Can I still change my strategy to Bennett's wheel there? I need to follow Bennett or someone else. We're not looking good. I don't have energy. I don't have red. I can't do anything here. Actually, we might actually come third here. Second? Really? Third. We didn't have it. We just didn't have the energy. We launched a bit too early, or not really, because Decker launched and Gibbons really just... his red was destroyed by following Decker's wheel, so Decker was too strong for our sprinter. which is sad, and Micah lost some time to the sprinters, so no big deal there. Of course, we should be happy with a podium by Gibbons, but I can't be anything else than disappointed because the leadouts have been excellent, and I feel like there was more in it, but he just couldn't follow Decker's wheel today. Next up, a stage that could actually turn some tables when it comes to Micah, but I don't see him jumping too much in GC unless someone crashes in the downhill of that climb. We've got the Montoso climb, 15% max, 10% average, 8.4 kilometers, so a pretty difficult climb, but it's 30k from the finish line, so it will do some stuff, but I'm not sure about how much. I don't think GC guys are going to explode everything. I think it's mainly going to be about trying to survive with a potential hilly sprinter, because that last section is just a punchy sprint, is it not? San Maurizio, 600 meters of climbing and then downhill. Nonetheless, we lost our fitness peak on David Decker, but Ryan Gibbons still in there, so that +3 might help him. The main issue now is that Micah is still not happy when it comes to his illness. 92%, still the angina. I hope it goes better today. We've got a bit more fitness, so I hope that his form is not a minus today, just a 0 or something. Let's try and dive in and see. Looks great for Micah. +1 on RDC, that means +1 on mountain and hill, +2 on some secondaries as well, so it's looking better. I feel like he's getting better. I'm expecting an email pretty soon that says that he is cured, so let's hope that is indeed what is coming true. On this stage, I don't think I'm going to explode the peloton on this climb. I think I'm going to try and focus on getting my Gibbons over there because he's insane today. He's got 69 mountain, 76 hill on the day. He's got 80 resistance right now, so we might as well try. And if he can do that, then the finish is perfect for him. Honestly perfect. Wait a second, is this the same hill as the finish line? I'm not sure, but it looks like it. And it says it's cobblestones. I'm expecting something. Are difficult cobblestones? I don't think so, but it's interesting because I didn't expect it, that's for sure. Let's take a look here in the breakaway. That's actually a pretty decent 10-meter section of cobbles, man. Crazy. Yeah, that won't do too much, but it is indeed a very steep climb, and I think it's the same one as the finish line, so looks to be a bit of a narrow road. If that is indeed the case, then we gotta watch out. And as the map tells us, that was indeed the finish line, so we're going to have to watch out in that last section. If we can get over that climb as the first two in the peloton, then the stage might honestly be ours. The climb has begun and my riders are suffering. Definitely David Decker, who's getting murdered. We've got Nibali and Camargo. Nibali a bit too far to the back to my liking. He can try and get Hausler over the climb. And I'll try and do the same with Gibbons right here going 85 effort cursor now. I feel like Tejada is helping out Micah well, but gonna switch towards Camargo here. Let's see if we can actually survive this hill with Micah first. It's only 5k of climbing left apparently, so it's not that amazing when it comes to the climb. It's much shorter than it looks on the profile because the stage is relatively short with only 140k. Hausler losing the gap here. Let's try and up it towards 90. Let's try and catch that group again. And I'll try and do the same with Gibbons because we're falling behind. And I don't like it. If I can get both Gibbons and Micah over the climb, that would be honestly ideal. Looks like Gibbons will survive though, so that's the first positive part. Hausler is still a very big question. Nibali as well. Obviously Nibali is protecting Hausler though, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm really not sure who's gonna get over the hill and who won't. Oh god, it's gonna be a close one for Gibbons, and I'll use Micah to protect him for a bit. If that even helps a tiny bit. 900 meters for him. And he's gonna drop. Peloton's not doing anything, so I hope he can still hang on. Come on, Gibbons. Hang on till the top. It's looking good for you right now, so that is perfect. Let's try and keep ourselves up in the group, and we have survived with Gibbons. That's ideal. And I'll try and fully use the downhill section, which is very steep, to regain as much energy as possible, so 30 maintain position in the group should be doable. Looks like they're allowing to let the breakaway go, and Micah's not allowed to attack. Let's maintain position then and try with Gibbons instead. Yeah, the break is getting a free win by these guys, but, like, I still want to win the stage. And Gibbons is allowed to get away, so let's try and hunt for the breakaway, guys. We've got Squidgens and Vermeers, and our hunter, Ryan Gibbons. Outside of that, nobody's doing anything in the peloton. This is such a weird stage. We're hunting them down one by one, Squidgens and Vermeers. We've got 3 kilometers to go, and this climb is where it will matter. Can we catch him? It looks like we will. Can we fly towards him? Let's try and see. I'm gonna try and go 99 past him because this is the next downhill section that will matter. Come on, come on, come on. I don't need to go this much. Come on, come on, come on. We don't have the energy. We don't have the energy. Let's keep on going. Gibbons might win the stage. Gibbons might honestly win the stage. My goodness. How did this turn around? Gibbons can start sprinting. We've got Vermeers doing the same. No, 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 no. Oh my god, I launched way too early. Oh no. No. That's so sad. That is so sad. I was so sure of it. I was so sure of it and I let it slip out of my hands. Oh no. That was perfect for Gibbons. And I ruined it. Too much confidence in Vermeers not having the energy because Vermeers was dead at the top. We as well, but I just expected more. Damn it. That's so sad. I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to see the podiums right now. We're second on the stage and I thought we had it. This hurts so much because I knew I could have had it. And I just made such a mistake by launching way too early. Damn it. Like, I don't know how Vermeers even recovered that much because at the top of that hill, he was dead. He had no yellow and no red. You could see that at the animation he was doing, but we had yellow, we had a bit of red, we climbed over the climb, and yeah, I thought we had it, and I started sprinting because I was like, second guy's dead anyway, but he found life again and flew past us. Johnny Vermeers, damn it, man. Why did you have to do this? He's back! He's recovered! Rafa Maika is back! Just in time for the mountains from Pinerolo to Ceresole Reale. This is where the Giro really starts when it comes to the climbing. I don't want to talk about the last stage. I don't want to talk about that time trial we did. But on this one, I want to make sure we do well, and we've got a 100% form on Maika now. No fitness peak, but we can't expect it after an illness. Nonetheless, a good form, which means that he must have a plus day. And if that's the case, then I hope we can fight for that top 5 against really big names like Bernal, Lopez, Simon Yates, Adam Yates, Pogacar, and so forth. On the stage we have 3 climbs. We start off with the Colle del Lais, then we have the Pian del Lupo, and we finish on Lago Seru. Now, I don't think these first will do too much outside of the second one, potentially demolishing our domestiques. The last one is going to be us trying to survive because I don't see us attacking against the big guns. So we'll have to try our best to be able to follow as much as possible, but also be able to decide when we need to go to our own tempo because I don't expect to be able to follow a Bernal on this kind of climb. Nonetheless, let's hope we can do well because Maika has a +1 on the day. Tiredness is happening, so apparently he's raced a lot already. It's not too much. It's Zulia, Paris, Milano, Sanremo, and Giro. And the dude's fucking tired. How is that happening? The race has started and I'm going to try some stuff today because we obviously cannot just not do anything and just follow. Gotta try some strategies to jump up in GC, and to do that I would like to send some people in the breakaway. First of all, Camargo, but Tejada's not having the greatest of days, so I might send him instead. Let's do exactly that. Then David Decker for a bit as well. Potentially Gibbons as well. But it doesn't look like this attack is going too far at the moment. Let's do relay and see if other people try to join. It looks like a lot of people are trying to join and the peloton still allows them to do so. Tiller's attack seems to lead to the peloton chasing us now, so This is not looking bright. We've got a bit of a gap, Laser giving up. And that might be the breakaway. So can we still put Camargo in there as well? There we go. And then we have Rivera trying and Kemna. Is that doable? That is doable. Let's maintain position here. Decker can start pulling at the front for the first spot of the race on 70. Gibbons can protect Tejada. Potentially Camargo, because he's the man that I care more for when it comes to the KOM. He's got a good form today, so we might as well try. So Gibbons can protect Camargo instead. There we go, 4 men in the breakaway. In the peloton we've got Hausner to protect Micah right now. Or should I think I'll do Hausner first. Then Rivera with 66 mountain on the next climbs. And Nibali is the last man pretty much for Micah. Luxury Domestique. I paced a lot with Decker before this climb starts, which means that he's dead on the climb itself. Which I was expecting either way because he's got 57 mountain on the day. That's not ideal. So he's going to be pulling back to the peloton slowly but surely unless he can survive enough and potentially come back after the climbing section, but I doubt it. Nonetheless, Camargo is ready. 3.5 kilometers and I want to go for this one, so I need to be ready. Gibbons can switch to Tejada. And let me start basing on 65-ish with Camargo, 70 maybe. Then I'll put Tejada on 87 to try and keep himself in the group once the attacks start for the KOM. 2.7 to go. Let's go towards 80, 85. I'm going to put Tejada on the same thing just to be sure. And let's move towards, well, still 85. Is anybody going to try and attack? Puncture by Rivera in the breakaway. He's losing time. 1.7. Nobody's going. Nobody at all is going. We've got Patton now trying. He's a better climber, but on the day we've got the same mountain stat. Let's go 90 with Tejada. And let's try and launch as late as possible with Camargo, because we need to try and overtake the other guy here. But our red is too low. Our red is too low. He's going to beat us. We don't have energy to do this. And we're getting blocked by Patton now. So, yeah. A bit sad, but we're getting blocked by Reichenbach now. Okay. Either way, we gain some points. We go towards 5th in that. Vermeers is first in that. Betancourt is second. Restrepo, Kemna, and then Camargo. I didn't necessarily put Gibbons in the breakaway for this goal, but we've got an intermediate sprint here, which is 3 points for Ciclamino, so we might as well try and take it. Let's see if anybody else tries and go for it. I don't think so, so I think we can get it for free here. There we go. 3 points for Gibbons. And he can sit up and protect Tejada again. Tejada not the best guy on the day here, but Camargo spends his energy on the KOM, so Tejada will most likely survive the longest in the breakaway. But the peloton's only 4 minutes behind, so today most likely won't be for the breakaway. We're on the Pian del Lupo. It's a pretty steep climb. We've got an 8.5% average, and at the moment it looks like we can follow in the breakaway outside of Gibbons. In the peloton we've got some more trouble with Decker already dropped, Rivera dropping Hauser as well, so Nibali can start the protection on Micah. But it's obviously not ideal that our Luxury Domestique is already working for Micah on the second to last climb. Then again, we've got 2 people ahead. Camargo, he might not make it till the top actually. Tejada losing a bit of ground. Let's try and bridge over and make sure we don't drop from this group. There we go. Let's try and get some energy back with Camargo, but I think I'm going to switch him to protection on Tejada because he won't survive till the top and otherwise Tejada won't either. So the tempo in the peloton is insane and Nibali's dead. Honestly dead. Micah trying to survive, but Ineos is pushing so hard it's insane. Last 3 kilometers in the break as well. Such a large tempo, it's impossible to stay here with Camargo. So I think I'm pushing him back to the peloton to get Micah protected. This tempo is insane. Honestly. Tejada, same thing. Dude will not survive on this climb, so I'm not sure what to do. Think I'll try with Tejada for now. Try and make it till the top and hopefully he can stay near that breakaway, but Camargo's done for, so he can come back to the peloton and get started with protecting Micah a bit more. Nibali still hanging on, hopefully till the top. At the front, we lost 2 minutes to the front with Tejada, so there's no point in having him right here. So let's pull him back to the group there as well. Let's try and get back with Nibali. There's only 600 meters to go, so we might be able to close the gap, but doesn't look like it. But it's only a 40-second gap, so it might be possible to come back. Let's try and work together with these guys to make that happen. In the peloton, we've got Camargo to protect now. After the downhill, I'll get some water for both of them. Fuck. Oh my god, no. What? Oh no, Micah's down again. Why does it have to happen to my riders? There are so many riders on the road. It can happen to everybody, but it's twice Micah now. I just can't handle it anymore. Tejada, you need to go ham in the downhill. Nibali needs to wait. Camargo needs to wait. We're losing 2 minutes to the elite group from this. On a mountain stage. Of all things. This hurts so much. When it happened, I just paused the game out of panic because I was like, no, not again. But it was again. I can't go 99 here because, like, honestly, it's not possible. We need to get back to the front, then I'll take a look at the gap of that in a second. Let's try and go 99 with him. He can follow Camargo. Well, we need to drop this to 90 first. Otherwise, we can't get into the wheel. There we go. We need to go 85. We can't go faster at the moment. That is a 2-minute gap and they're not waiting. They are not waiting on us. Damn it. Just had to happen, didn't it? Always to us. We have zero luck here. I will keep on pacing with this guy. Nibali can try and get some water for Micah here in the meanwhile, but it's not looking amazing. Come on, man. Let's try and relay this on 85. 2 minutes 17 to the front now. There they are, ahead of us. 3 minutes ahead of us right now. And we can't do anything. Just hope that they stop riding at a high pace because it's pretty much lost for us at the moment. There's no way to come back from a crash like that with just 20 kilometers before the last climb. And Tejada's done, so it's Micah who's going to start working himself already pretty soon. This is terrible. This is honestly terrible. I don't know how I can set this right. We'll just have to accept the losses today and hope that the next mountain stages go better. Potentially go into a breakaway because this is where we lose our current GC standings in top 10. We're catching a lot of people, not the best climbers of course, because yeah, we're catching all the people that dropped from the front group. 3 minutes now, so the max gap was 4 minutes 30, so we are gaining time. I have to go a bit slower because otherwise I won't make it to the top, so 65 relay. I hope that works out. I'll just keep on going and let's hope this becomes better. Gap is down to 2 minutes. I'm trying not to spend much energy, 63 now, but with a pace like that and attacks at the front, it won't go well. That gap's gonna explode to 4 minutes just with these attacks. Lopez attacking now, Pogacar is attacking. Oh my god. At the front of the race, Masnada is looking like he might have an opportunity, but the peloton is flying towards him. Well, the peloton, the elite group. Lopez bridging up. We've got Bernal trying to follow. Dumoulin as well. Uran having trouble when it comes to the red bar. Then Yates here as well. Adam Yates, Pogacar. We are now 6 minutes behind the pink jersey. 7 minutes. We can't do anything. We're just losing time right now and we can't do anything about it. It sucks so much because it's a crash and... Aww. Dumoulin having trouble. Dumoulin is having trouble and Bernal's gonna try and take control. We've got Adam Yates as well, but Bernal looks dead. Adam Yates might win the stage. Adam Yates can still fly past him with 500 meters to go. Bernal starts sprinting, but Adam Yates flies past. Adam Yates is dead. Bernal will win the stage on Lago Seru, Ceresole Reale, and he's gonna do that ahead of Simon Yates. Well, Adam Yates, I mean. Wrong brother. Then Uran comes in third, Betancourt in fourth from the breakaway, Lopez, Dumoulin, and it keeps on going with the Fallen Warriors, but we're gonna come 7 minutes down after a devastating crash in the descent of the fucking Pion del fucking Lupo. Egan Bernal takes control in the Giro d'Italia for a bit. I don't know what it looks like in GC, but I think he will come close to the pink jersey. Most likely not take it yet. I'm not sure. It might be close. But the devastating thing is not seeing our name in that top 10, and the fact that we can't do much about it just sucks. When it comes to GC, Egan Bernal takes the pink jersey ahead of Tom Dumoulin and Rigoberto Urán. The gap to 10th is already 9 minutes and 3 seconds. This is what it looks like now. We're on 12 minutes and 37 seconds in GC. Let me repaint the picture for a bit. So we start off with the Giro. We got a good prologue. We crash in stage 2. The first sign of the game's disrespect towards Rafa Majka. Then 2 days after, we end up getting ill with him. We finally get out of the illness on stage 13, this one. And he crashes and loses 7 minutes because of it. It's just sad, isn't it? It's just sad. There's not much else to say about it, but I think I'm going to try and get into the breakaway now because GC-wise, I don't expect me to get back so much time without doing anything breakaway-wise. So I'll try and do that, and hopefully that brings me into a position for top 7, and then we can start fighting for it again. But yeah, it sucks a bit. It really does. We eventually got 25th on the stage on 9 minutes and 3 seconds. Damn it. We lost 9 minutes because of a crash in the downhill. The last stage of the day is something where I want to try and get into the breakaway now. It is the rather queen stage, or one of the queen stages of this Giro. Probably not the queen stage, but a very important one. We've got a climb on Verogne, then a second cat climb, and then we go towards Colle San Carlo, who is literally an insane climb. Downhill towards Courmayeur, and I want to take back time today. So let's hope we can get into the breakaway. And if so, let's hope the breakaway wins. We don't have an amazing form on him, only 100%, but no fitness peak. But I'll do everything I can to get him up there. And hopefully that offers us the smallest ability to get back into the top 10 in GC. Oh god, where's Majka? Oh, he's at the front. Can I get him in the breakaway? I really don't expect him to let me go. Gibbons will attack to try and get some more points for Ciclamino, but I'm not sure he can take that. Majka can try and move up and see if he can get away. Does anybody start chasing him? Kreuziger is, I think, following him, not chasing, but Castroviejo. It looks like we're kind of gone, but Sunweb starts spacing. Oh my god. It does not look like they want me to go. Can I try again? We attack with 3 riders, Kreuziger, Vermeers, and Majka, and they start chasing. So we don't have enough of a gap yet to be able to allow in the breakaway. So we gotta do it with other people. First of all, Tejada can move up and cross towards the front. It looks like we've got some chasers here. Vendrame, Chorigui, and Goujar. I'm not sure why. Kreuziger? I doubt it. Zakarin maybe? Zakarin's on 22nd though. Kreuziger's 17th. But that's on 12 minutes. Majka is on 12 minutes. Why am I not allowed, my friend? Why am I not allowed? Trying to get to the front with everybody now because we're not in a good position. I should have done that before the climb started because now I've got nobody protecting anybody. As long as Ajudazera is spacing, I cannot attack here. Gonna try and stick myself to the wheel of Zakarin as long as possible. Gonna try and get towards the front with everybody on a decent pace because this is honestly insane. Majka can stop pacing, that's too much, not gonna lie. And it looks like Ajudazera just keeps on pacing. Nibali's at the front now, so let's try and punch in the attack with him. He must be able to get into the breakaway. Come on, Majka. Can I get away with you near the top here? That's the real question. Panther trying to go in the break as well. We lost it with Gibbons up there. Didn't see that. Let's try and redo it with Nibali and Gibbons. There we go. Let's wait until the downhill starts something to attack with Micah. Let's see here. Can we get away? That's the real question. They are chasing us. They are kind of chasing us, but I'm going to try it either way. Let's go 99 into the downhill with Gibbons. Oh, we've blocked ourselves. That might lose our gap towards the peloton, but Carapaz seems to stop. Are we in the breakaway? Bettiol's now pacing. I don't think we are. I'm not sure, really. I guess we'll see soon enough. We've got a team attack by EF. They're attacking with 3 riders in that group, and I think they're honestly just doing it to catch me, but they broke off from the peloton in the process, which is pretty crazy, but it's not good for us because this break is gone because of that. They're all trying to catch me now. Damn it. Small race update. We're in trouble. Micah has no teammates left after these first 3 climbs, and it's honestly devastating because I couldn't get into the breakaway. Breakaway is only 2 guys now, which is Masnada and Kemna, and Kemna's ahead of us in GC, so I'm not sure why he's actually allowed to go while we are not. Makes no sense. I'm trying to get back with Tejada and Nibali now. If I can do that, I've got 2 teammates again, but they have 0 energy for Colle San Carlos, so I'll need some magic by Micah to do well there. But we've got a good day, so that's the only good point on this moment. We've got an 81 mountain day, so come on, Micah. Let's try and attack on the Colle San Carlo and keep it till the end, but that's gonna be difficult. Tempo in the peloton is kinda dead. We've got 10k to go, so let us punch in the attack. Why not? We might as well try something. We've got like no GC to lose really, so we might as well have some fun. But it looks like we've got Piccoli chasing us directly with Martin there. That's just a bit sad. Switch over to Nibali here. And let's try and punch in the attack again. Let's see if that does anything. Piccoli trying again. Péchon as well. So looks like the domestiques don't want us to get away. Space 70 again. I'm going to keep on doing this till the top, I think. And Martin's in our wheel. Let's try and attack again. There we go. And they kind of stop. We've got a bit of a gap. Herrada now moving up. That is for Guillaume Martin, I think. He is in 12th and feels apparently endangered by us. I am going to have him to wait a bit because otherwise we won't make it till the top. So let's regenerate a bit and then try again in a bit. 4k to go. And we're going to try again. There we go. Will anybody respond this time? Esteban Chavez is for the Yates brothers. And yeah, we don't have the energy to go like that. So I'll rest up again and I'll try again in a bit. Come on, man. Come on, Micah. This is your moment. Punching the attack with about 1k to go and try and bridge up towards the front of the race. Chavez seems to be dead. Amador still has energy, so he can domestique for Bernal. But with 1.5k to go, I've got full trust that I can go on 85 and make it till the top. So let's try and do that. Let's now go 90. Let's hope this gap holds. And Carapaz is now pacing, man. Come on. Why does everybody have to chase us? They all don't like us. Nobody seems to like us. Not even the game, and won't even make it till the top with that red bar. We're gonna get caught by the group just as we cross the line here. That is sad. That is very sad. And at that exact moment, people decide to attack. And can I follow? That is the question. Oh my god, they've got a gap. They've got a gap. But I think we've caught them again. I think we've caught them. But it's not my job to chase this like crazy. So I think I'll just sit up in their wheel here. I don't need to be the guy to do this. So let's effort 30 on maintain position and let someone else clear this. Lopez has a bit of a gap, but not my problem. Okay, Courmayeur is about to start. That's 7 kilometers. I want to try and move up in the group a bit before we reach the proper uphill section. There we go. 1 minute 19 towards the front. I can't go yet. But I'm going to be ready because I kind of want to stage now. 6 kilometers. And we've got nothing happening here. And an attack. Can I follow anybody that is responding to that? Dumoulin maybe? There we go. Let's try and follow Dumoulin. Lopez punching really hard. We don't have any energy for this one. Let's try and follow Carapaz now. Come on, come on, come on. Our red bar is dying. Our red bar is dying. And when will they stop, man? When will they stop? And now Yates is going to push through. Let's try and follow Uran, but we don't have the energy. Yates is going to take time again, and we don't have anything to respond. How do they have this amount of energy? I don't get it. We hang on, so we will move up in GC, but it's not looking great. This is still uphill, so I'm just going to set my own tempo, because otherwise we won't survive. Let's go 87 and try and remotely hang on here. Come on, man, 90. Last kilometer, let's go 99 really to the line. Looks like Pogacar will try and take the stage, but Yates is trying to come around. We're going to finish on 20 seconds of these guys. And we're going to take some time on people ahead of us, but again, we're too far in GC and these kind of stages. We should be able to be allowed to go in the breakaway, and we're not allowed to do so, so we can't do too much. This episode has been a bit disappointing, and yeah, there's one thing that I could have done something about, and that's that win that we lost with Gibbons, but the crash we can't do much about, and it fucked our GC really. We got 9th on the stage, but it doesn't change much for GC yet. We might be closer to top 10, but just a bit far in it. 4 minutes is the gap from Lopez till Bernal, so we would need to cross like 7 minutes to get there. Stage is won by Pogacar, but we finished 9th. In the end, honestly, the last stage ruined our GC into like, it put it on fire. Like, the bad kind of on fire. And the time trial wasn't great, but in the end we can't do much about his time trial capabilities. And the fact that we crashed before the last climb on the last stage ruined any chances really. We're now on 14th in GC, so we stepped forward 2 places, same time as Enric Mas, so we're pretty much 13th. It's still 8th places away from top 5. But let's at least try and save top 10. Let's try and go in the breakaway again in the future. I feel like our main issue is that we haven't lost enough time to go in the breakaway yet. But then again, Kemna's been doing it and he was ahead of us, so there's no real logic to it. I just don't know anymore. You might hear it from my voice, but I'm actually disappointed. The first week started off so well, 2 stage wins. This week we started off pretty decent as well. Our sprints were decent, our leadouts were great, but the results just didn't come in. We had an opportunity on that one stage with Gibbons, and that one I certainly blew, that's for sure, but top 2 there, it's good as well. Top 3 in another sprint with Gibbons. But when it comes to GC, this episode has been terrible. Time trial losing 4 minutes, and now the crash losing us 9 extra minutes. And on this stage it wasn't bad, but wasn't necessarily amazing either. We lost time, and that's not what we want. Either way, we've got a lot of opportunities to make this right. We've got 7 more stages, of which 4 are mountainous and 1 is a hill stage. 1 flat stage and a time trial in the end, so the time trial probably won't be amazing, but on the mountain stages, I'll do literally everything I can to get back into top 5. So let's go for it. Let's not be sad about it, and let's aim for that top 5 as much as possible. Let's also try and get those last 2 stage wins we want. Anyway, I'm afraid this is the end of the episode. A rather disappointing one to me personally, but I certainly enjoyed it. Let's hope you did as well. If you did, tap that like button. If you didn't, tell me what's wrong. I'll try and make it better for you next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I guess I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.